A very good morning to all the students. This video for the class 7 subject science chapter number 13, that is motion and time. This is your lecture number 3rd. So in today's video lecture we are going to cover the NCERT solution of chapter number 3rd, that is motion and time. So the question number first of the exercise question is, so you have to classify the following as a motion along a straight line, circular or oscillatory motion. So first is the motion of your hand while running. Second, motion of a horse pulling a cart on a straight road. So you have to answer it, which motion is this. Third one is the motion of a child in a merry-go-round. Fourth one is the motion of a child on a seesaw. And at last, the motion of the hammer of an electrical bell. And the last one is the motion of a train on a straight bridge. So solution of this question number first is, so the first one is that the oscillatory motion, the motion of your hand while running, because the hand is going to and in a fro condition, so it's a oscillatory motion. Next is about the answer of question number second is motion along a straight line, because the motion of a horse pulling a cart on a straight road, the motion of horse goes on a straight road, so it's a straight line. Third one is, the answer is circular motion. The motion of a child in a merry-go-round is a circular motion. Fourth one is the oscillatory motion, when the motion of a child on a seesaw. Fourth one is the oscillatory motion because the motion of the hammer of an electrical bell. It goes in a to and a fro position. And at last, the motion along a straight line, that is the motion of a train on a straight bridge is a straight line or a rectilinear motion. Moving on to the second question, which of the following are not correct? The basic unit of a time is a second. Every object moves with a constant speed. Distance between the two cities are measured in kilometers. The time period of a given pendulum is constant, and the speed of a train is expressed in meter per hour. So you have to choose the incorrect statement. So the incorrect statements are, every object moves with a constant speed. That is incorrect. No, every object moves with a different type of a speed. Next is, the time period of a given pendulum is constant. The time period of a given pendulum is not constant. It's changing with the time. Next incorrect statement is, the speed of a train is expressed in meter per hour. The speed of a train is expressed in kilometer per hour, not meter per hour. So these are the incorrect statement of this question. Next, question number 3rd. A simple pendulum takes 32 seconds to complete 20 oscillations. So what is the time period of the pendulum? So the solution of this question is, so firstly the number of oscillation is 20 oscillations, and the time taken to complete these 20 oscillations are, the time is, total time taken to complete 20 oscillation is 32 seconds. So the formula of the time period of the pendulum is the total time taken divided by the number of oscillations. So the total time here is 20 seconds and the number of oscillation is 32 seconds. So simply divide 32 divided by 20, that is 1.6 seconds. This is the answer of this question number 3rd. Next is question number 4th. The distance between two stations is 240 km and a train takes 4 hours to cover this distance. So you have to calculate the speed of the train. Solution is, the distance between the two stations is 240 kilometers and total time taken here is 4 hours. So the formula of speed is equal to distance upon time. So here the distance here is 240 kilometers and the time here is 4 hours. So simple, speed is equal to 24 divided by 4. So answer is 60 kilometer per hour. Next question is, the odometer of a car reads 57,321 km when the clock shows the time is 8:30 am. And what is the distance moved by the car if at the time is 8:50 am? Okay, and the odometer reading has changed now at 8:50, it's 57,336. So you have to calculate the speed of the car in kilometer per minute during this time and express the speed into kilometer per hour also. Firstly, we have to calculate the speed of the car during this time into kilometer per minute, and then we have to change this kilometer per minute into kilometer per hour. So the solution is, initial reading of the odometer is 57,321 km, that is the distance, and the final reading of the odometer that reached at the 8:50 is 57,336. So simply we have to minus this distance covered by the car, final reading minus initial reading. Okay, 57,336 minus 57,321. So we got 15 kilometer. Okay. Next, the starting time of the car is 8:30 am and it stops at 8:50. So the time taken by the car is 20 minutes. So final minus initial, 8:50 minus 8:30 am is 20 minutes is left. That is the time taken by the car. Next is about, so the formula of the speed of the distance divided by the time. So the distance here is 15 kilometer. Okay, and the time is 20 minutes. So the answer is 0.75 kilometer per minute. That is the speed at that time. The speed at during that time. So now we have to calculate this kilometer per minute into kilometer per hour. So the time here is 20 minutes. So when we convert this minute into hour, so in 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So simply divide this 16 minutes by the 20. So 20 divided by 60. Then we got 1/3 hour. And then the formula of the speed is distance covered by the that train divided by the time taken. So here what is the distance here? That is 15 kilometer and the time here is 1/3 hour, 1/3 hour. So simple, 50 by 1/3. So the answer is 45 kilometer per hour. This is the answer. Okay. Next is about the question number 6. Salma takes 15 minutes from her house to reach her school on a bicycle. If the bicycle has a speed of 2 meters per second, so calculate the distance between her house and the school. So simple, time taken by Salma to reach her school by the bicycle is 15 minutes. So here speed is in meter per second, so we have to convert this minute into second. So 1 minute is equal to 16 seconds. So simply 15 multiplied by the 16 second, so it's 90 seconds. Okay, then the speed of the Salma bicycle is 2 meters per second. The speed of a Salma bicycle is 2 meters per second. So we have to calculate the distance between her house and the school. Okay, so the formula of the speed is distance covered by the time taken. So now here we have to calculate the distance. So distance formula is simple, distance is equal to speed into time taken. So speed of the Salma's bicycle is 2 meters per second and the time here is 90 seconds. So simply 2 into 90 seconds is equal to 1800 meter. Okay. After that we have to calculate this distance into the kilometer. So how to convert this meter into kilometer? 1000 meter is equal to 1 kilometer. If we have to convert meter into kilometer, simply we have to divide 1000 by this digit. Okay. In the same way, if we have to convert minutes into hours or seconds into minutes, so simply divide that term. So 180 meter is equal to 1 into 1800 divided by 1000. So the answer is 1.8 kilometer per hour. So this is the distance of the Salma's bicycle between her house and the school, that is 1.8 kilometer per second. Next is about the question number 7. Shows the shape of the distance time graph for the motion in the following cases. So first is a car moving with a constant speed or a uniform speed, and second a car parked on a side road. So here the car moving with a constant speed, this is the shape of this distance time graph. Here the car is moving with a constant speed because speed is not going to be changed here. This car is moving with a constant speed. So this is a uniform motion. Second is a car parked on a side road. This is the shape of this distance time graph for the car parked on a side road, because at here the car is at rest position. It's not moving, it's not changing its speed. So it's at rest position. So this is the distance time graph of the car parked on a side road. Next is about the question number 8. So which of the following relation is correct? Speed is equal to distance into time. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. Speed is equal to time divided by distance, or speed is equal to 1 divided by distance into time. So the answer of this question is speed is equal to distance divided by time. Here the solution is speed is equal to distance divided by time. Next, question number 9. The basic unit of a speed is kilometer per minute, meter per minute, kilometer per hour, or meter per second. So the basic unit of the speed is, or the SI unit, standard unit of a speed is meter per second. So the answer is 4, meter per second. Next is the question number 7. A car moves with a speed of 40 km per hour for 15 minutes, and then with a speed of 16 km per hour for the next 15 minutes. So the total distance covered by the car is, so you have to calculate the total distance covered by the car. So here firstly the speed of the car is 40 km per hour. Okay, then the time taken to cover this distance is 15 minutes. Okay, so here we have to calculate the 15 minutes into hour. So simply divided by the 60, because in 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So 50 divided by 60, then we got the 0.25 hour. Okay. Next, distance covered by the distance one is speed into time. So the speed is 40 and time taken is 0.25. So the answer is 10 km. Okay. Next is about when the speed of the car is 60 km per hour. So the formula of the speed is equal to distance upon time, and here we have to calculate the distance. So distance covered by the second distance is equal to speed into time taken. So the speed is 16 km and the time is 0.25. So simply 60 multiplied 2.5 is equal to 15 km. Okay. So here now In the question that is given, you have to calculate the total distance covered by the car. So the total distance covered by the car is simply the first distance, that is 10 km, and the second distance 15 km. Just simply add these two. Total distance covered by the car is d1 plus d2. So 10 plus 15, 15 is equal to 25 km. Okay, this is the answer of this question. That is the total distance covered by the car is 25 km. Next, in the question number 11, in this figure shows the distance time graph for the motion of a two vehicle A and B. So which one of them is moving faster? So here the slope A is steeper than this slope B. Okay, this slope represents the speed. So the speed of vehicle A is higher than the speed of vehicle B. So hence we can say that the vehicle A is moving faster than the vehicle B. Okay, so the answer is vehicle A is moving faster than vehicle B, because the slope, the A slope is steeper than the slope B. Which of the following distance time graph shows a truck moving with a speed which is not constant? So which is in not constant, or in we can say the non-uniform motion. So speed in a, or we can say the non-uniform speed. So in first graph you can easily see that this speed or this slope is, this truck is moving with a speed which is constant, and here it is at rest. And in third graph, here the speed of the truck is changing with respect to their time. Okay, so here the truck moving with the speed which is not constant. So third one is the truck moving with the speed which is not constant, a uniform speed. So answer third one is the answer. Next is about the homework of today's lecture. So simply you have to revise and learn all these NCERT question of chapter number 13, that is motion and time. Okay, so this is it about this video. Thank you and have a nice day.